got ourselves shield pills over for the team one, ready to go. We got ourselves Diabolicals, Rasp, just went super aggressive on that sub-rogue. Wizard, the Lizard. I can only guess the name. Who's the Wizard, dude? I can only guess who that is. With Chicago as well. We got ourselves Deathsweep going back in, bailing the boy, the DH. We got a cube over on the Arcane. I like your Mog, by the way. I like that set with the goggles. I think it looks so good. Even the weapon. Funky, the TBC weapon with a bunch of spinny parts. Big blind onto Kaz immediately as he Savage of Fight versus Shield. Priest versus a Death Knight. I mean, this is just, that's just a rough one. Gonna be Shadow, a little bit of the Void versus just the Frosty Death. AMS up for triples really early, as he did have himself a full go over the Kaz, but that was a disperse for that one. Trying to see if he can set up a potential Dark Ascension, but the amount of damage triples still got. Are you still reaching him? Hold on, what is happening? None of these Void bolts went into the AMZ. All of them went outwards in front of you, none went behind you. Are you kidding me? That is wild. As Kaz does get stunned up yet again, might be in a really tight spot. Not much you can really do in the situation. Used up all his defenses, unless he can fear shield and just go behind the pillar, which looks like he's able to. No Ledgeborn for this man for the time being, at least able to recover himself a little bit of healing. Got himself the Power Word Life going back up soon as too. Silence as well as stun is actually going to be valuable against the Death Knight, because if you silence him, they can interrupt you. It's actually pretty good. Also, some of the attacks do use magic, so if you silence them, they can use some of them. Like Obliterate's still going to go through, but like some of the, I don't know about Remorseless Winter. Doesn't end up getting chopped up. I don't know if Remorseless Winter is a cast, or if any, what other abilities are technically a cast, but some definitely are. Like if you silence the Death Knight, it actually does more than you think. Full meta up for Deathsweep, the man trying to see if he could clear those shackles off of him, trying to stay on top of chill pills, locking him down. Quick, big Deathsweep right after, just blasting him out with an I-beam to follow, continuously just blasting fire damage into this man, just heating him up as much as possible. Quick stun onto death, does not have himself a trinket out of this one. He got himself at least the ability to maneuver out of that situation for just a moment while midair. Immediately see, reduce the damage as well. Chill pills having to sacrifice a portion of his health just to get a little bit of like an overall health bar. Can heal through it, but a Ledgeborn is at least giving himself a little bit more offload right now. Quick stun. Death just needs a couple more casts. I think he's just gonna back up out of let the dots maybe take out chill pills, right? He's just waiting it out. Stunned by chills, trying to see if he can maybe get himself a second stun on death with a quick AMS. The guy just is able to bail out of there. The Death Knight does not have the same ability as a Demon Hunter whatsoever. And it's just, I mean, the difference is just pretty clear. I-beam right after, charges right around the corner, blind, but Chill's trying to see if he can pick up a couple of death strikes. Dome down for a second to reduce some of this chaos damage. Deathsweep looking to continue plowing those death strikes, those chaos strikes and Deathsweeps back to back through the Death Knight with a hunt right after. And there's just nothing you can do. The hunt to seal the deal. With Daya over on the other team, trying to see if he can get himself a quick setup before Deathsweep charges at him, forcing him to use the gateway really early. That is going to be a succubus for Deathsweep to at least heal off of that he can do. Taking the damage from the fiery portals, but at least Metamorphosis, Leech, as well as healing off of the demon. Maybe if you could say the demon, that is a demon soul that I think he could get out of it. That is going to be a quick cast of a Syed for Daya though. Swapping one succubus into the next, and Deathsweep is at least able to get himself a breather back there. If he has the line of sight of the pet, he can maybe CC the pet. Or if he can venture retreat past the pet, ignore the succubus CC, he can get a good hit and run of Daya. Daya going for the human Rachel here, so will not have any more outs. Next time Deathsweep has himself another go. As the DH still got Metamorphosis, actually has Metamorphosis coming back up in case he wants to, so you could use that to stun all these pets. Mortical, interfere right after, might be potentially seeing a full-on meta, could potentially just ignore the, meta just to see if he can ignore that fell bond. Does stun up both of the demons of Daya, looking to maybe get himself a succubus CC. Quick imprisoned for just a moment. Daya hit with a fear, trying to see if he can be very, very careful with the succubus as long as he doesn't get caught like he did here. He might be okay. Stun, does go for the stun reversal with a big blade dance. No more death pact available for Daya. Does have to go for a wall here. Shadow Fear to follow. Does go for the immunity. He's at least immune to the damage. He's gonna get CC'd, but at least he can immune a lot of the damage. Another death sweep is available. That man is just blasted out with the Warlock. Big portal is up to add Diabolicals a little bit of survivability as long as you don't get hit by the succubus CC. Oh, there goes the succubus with a board, with a lock, Hellstone for Daya, cooking up a full Soulfire. Bonza fell to follow. Gentle Mortical onto Deathsweep. I don't know if you can do in this situation as Incinerate's instant caster just flying right out of his fingertips. That is a tough one, man. You're diving right into the fray. And I don't know what you can really do. It's just a tough one because of the succubus does catch you, puts you in a bad spot, allows the warlock to get himself a quick 1, 2, 3 go, and just absolutely eradicate that health bar. That is a tough one-on-one class to fight against. Especially with Dire and how good he plays Destruction. That's his bread and butter. Merlin trying to see if he can find his way over to Dia, but with that succubus constantly slowing you down, where I think most players when they play solos, for example, right, when you go into arena, most of the times you're not going to have a warlock with a succubus. It's usually an interrupt pet to grab your healer. But this constant slowing effect from succubus and the succubus seduction effect, it is so strong together, and the amount of cross control you can have by yourself, it is nuts. Just got himself a fresh one. Merlin can't even rush over there unless he sacrifices a full fan of freedom, pony up, just to rush over to it. Dia set himself up with board stun to reflect onto Merlin. That is unfortunate. Human Rage to break out of it. The man realizes his mistake. He's holding on to his cooldowns until he can get himself a good clear. Mordecai sent in as he's mounting up. Bubble available. Dia has himself a gateway. Another one set up. Just decided to see if he can create a cross section right there. Just needs to wait out the bubble for a second. If you can get a slow into Merlin with the succubus able to do so easily. It's been one of the best dueling specs in SL. It's like Season 1 DF, and like Season 1 DF, yeah, it definitely was pretty early on. They definitely still do okay. They do good, better than you guys would expect, but they're not easy. Definitely not easy. Mobility is, I think, what holds them back right now. Big portals are up for Merlin, or rather for Diabolicals. One Incinerate, taking them out. The amount of damage an Incinerate does, Warlocks don't really get to just stand there and cast it. Usually just trying to maintain like conflagrations, chaos bolts, big stun onto Mortal with a Mortal Call right after, fear to follow, locking him out. Dia just able to finesse these paladins with the Soulfire setup. But those Incinerates, by the way, if you're able to stand still and cast a couple of those, they do so much damage. A lot of the times the Warlocks will go for the portals, big chaos bolt setups, everything, and then instant cast Incinerates. But if you could just stand there, build up a bit of that damage, the amount of damage just Incinerates will floor you easily. Dia not in a great spot. Somebody flagging a corpse. I don't even know who it was. More Infernal coming down onto Mortal. Mortal maybe looking at immunity. Dia might be in a lot of trouble, and Mortal does end up taking it. That was the top one. The man tried to hold onto his cooldowns, but a Ray of Frost I think kills him. Oh, that is so. I think he did use immunity. Yeah, he definitely did. Okay, I was looking at a bubble. I didn't realize he already used an immunity. That is a tough one. In a Ray of Frost, immediately Wizard doesn't let you go anywhere at all. Trying to see if he can land a Ring of Frost around the corner. Ice Cube does have the mobility of an Arcane Mage, so maybe we'll be able to play around. Wizard does catch him in a Ring of Fire. Frost, Ring of Frost. Is he playing the zonal build? He might be playing zonal build. Touching the matchup onto Wizard. This is where Ice Cube wants to get in, but he's got a Frozen on fire with the Frozen Orb next to him and Blizzards right after. Yeah, it is a full zonal build. He's still playing into the Frost Bomb. He doesn't play into the stun, but he's basically playing into damage and zoning the enemy out. So if you chill behind the pillar, I think the Wizard is going to be able to collab those cheeks pretty easily. Does go for the knock. He has access to Fire, Frost, and Arcane spells to work with. There's going to be Ice Cube trying to reposition. Quick volley for Wizard before Ice Cube can even get himself a proper go. Frostbomb is going to hurt and do quite a bit of damage, especially if he does get that Shatter crit bonus. Ring of Fire right now for Wizard, as Ice Cube also got a Ring of Fire of his own. And Wizard, if he can get himself that good angle, he might be in a good spot. Quick breath. And does go in for a poly. He is going to go for a trinket with a quick Void Elf Racial? Is that what that was? Is that what I just saw? Got himself another Ice or Ray of Frost, doing quite a bit of damage. It's going to be Ice Cube trying to catch up a little bit of healing with a Temporal Shield. Prismatic Barrier and Temporal Shield. I confuse those two all the time. Prismatic Barrier is the purple shield he has right now. Temporal Shield is the one that collects a portion of the damage you take and gives you back as a heal. It's like the blue circular thing that he does once in a while. Trying to go for a kick. Does interrupt him on the Arcane. Has access to plenty of spells though. I love the amount of access, like how mages are not locked into just one school of casts. And it's so good in my opinion. It is so good. I'm a big fan of it. Wizard tried to see if he could just zone out Ice Cube while chilling behind the pillar. Got himself a Frost Bomb around the corner. Interrupt him on Arcane. If you can get a big Shatter, that's going to be huge. Ice Cube not in a great spot. Flurries. Oh, goes in for a block. Has to go and get himself a reset. Wizard has full Blizzards, Ring of Frost, Fire. Everything's available. So as soon as Ice Cube, he leaves. I was going to say, as soon as he leaves the ice block, he's probably dead. But he probably was like, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the commentary. They're gonna bounce. Dire was some of the biggest blasters here, man. That was crazy. Mortal barely got a one up on him. It was such a close duel too. I love how close some of these duels get, man. It is insane. This has been an absolute blast. Let's go again. We got still plenty of time.